All right, guys, I just really have to vent a little bit because I haven't been uploading a lot of content for like a week or so. It has to do with other stuff too. I'm trying to extract all of my old YouTube videos to re-edit them and upload them onto my new channels. And I have a new YouTube channel, is NYC Gal Pod. Okay, POD pod. So anyway, go check that out because my old channel, NYC Gal Out, is gone. So the new channel is NYC Gal Pod. Anyway, that isn't even the main reason. That is a huge reason of why I've been MIA a little bit. But another significant reason is because, look, guys, look what happened to my hair, okay? Let me tell you, I was like so mortified. I didn't even want to record anything. I didn't want to take pictures. I didn't want to record. I didn't want to do anything. I went... And it was like spur of the moment. I was in Walmart and I was getting back to school supplies. My hair was really long. If you guys have watched any of my videos, even if you watched like the last video that I've uploaded, which was like me doing the season finale recap of Real Housewives of Atlanta, my hair is really long. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm here. And if you guys have ever been to a supercenter Walmart, you know that they have salons inside of the Walmart. And I figure I'm already here. Let me just go get a haircut. Now, my hair is straight. It is super straight. There's not a lot of things that you need to do with it because my hair is straight. Well, anyway, I go in there and she's friendly. She's also kind of like talking to me a little bit, which is nice. It's friendly and whatever. And I appreciate that because I sometimes, you know, I like it when people want to converse with me at places like the salon. Anyway. So she starts talking to me and we start talking about my hair because because my older daughter's hair is really thick. And so the first thing she says is like, oh my God, your hair is so thick and whatever. And my daughter's like, oh, I got my mom's hair. And I said something like, oh yeah, well, you know, my hair's like not thick like that anymore. You're like, my hair's starting to thin. And I said something like, well, you know, I have 4 kids. And she's like, yeah, that'll do it. Postpartum hair loss, you know, that's a real thing. And anybody who has had even 1 kid, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. The majority of women who have had children have experienced some sort of postpartum hair loss. Some are worse than others. Now, I have 4 kids and each pregnancy was different. Each child is different. But my youngest boy, he was like the worst because after I gave birth to him, about 2 months after I gave birth to my youngest boy, my hair started coming out in clumps. Now, it goes back to normal a few months, you know, after you give birth and whatever else, but it usually peaks at like 2 months and then it could take up to like a year for your hair to go back to normal. Even after your hair goes back to its normal level of shedding, for myself personally, I did not regrow all of my volume back. All of my hair volume, I didn't regrow all of that back. So I was like talking to her about that and she's like, oh, well, if you layer it, you know, it'll give volume to it. Guys, you guys know how my hair looked like? Just look at any of my old videos. Does this look like volume? No, it looks like my hair's thinner. And when she did it afterwards, I was like so upset. And I was like, did you thin my hair out? Because there is a special tool that they can use. And it's basically like, it looks kind of like a razor. And basically what they do is like they thin out the hair. And it's effed up looking layers. It's not like the layers that you're expecting. And she's saying, no, I didn't thin out your hair. I just did the layers. I'm like, no, you thin it out because look at this. It's not even. And see, I could tell that she was not like skilled like that. If you go to a salon, if you go to like a legit salon in like any sort of big city, I'm like legit in like the armpits of America right now. I'm in like freaking Fort Polk, Louisiana. There's like jack shit around here. But anyway, so I went to the Walmart, right? But anyway, and look, see, she's saying no, but this is like all choppy looking and it's uneven. This is not layers. Anybody fight me on the comments because anyone who says that this is legit layers, you guys never had a legit hairstylist cut your hair. And that's why when I saw it, when she was like, oh, I'm finished. And I saw it as soon as she didn't even need to give me that little handheld mirror to ask me if I like it. Why the fuck do they ask you if you like it? Because I didn't say, no, I don't like it. But like legit, why even ask that question? Because if I don't like it, what are you going to do? Are you going to like reattach my hair? No. So I was like really upset about that. But legit, even though she said, I said to her, I said, did you thin out my hair? Because it's really thin. She's like, no, I just gave it layers like you asked. And as soon as she said that, I'm like, okay, she doesn't know what she's doing. She's telling me she's been doing this for how many years or whatever. I don't care how many years you've been doing it. You could be doing something wrong for many years, okay? And you see, this is not layers. She thinned my hair out. She used that like little weird razor looking tool that hairstylists, hair cutters use. And they use that tool to basically thin out your hair. And this is what it is. Because if it was layers, it would not be choppy like this. Like look at this. They're all uneven. And I know layers are supposed to be uneven, but they're not supposed to be uneven like this. This is her thinning it out. So I was so upset. I was so upset. I was like so upset about my hair because I asked her to take 5 inches off. No, she took off like a foot off. And look at this. It's like, it's not even like, what the fuck is this? There's nothing I could do about it right now. I just have to let it grow out and then just try to even it out as it grows out. But when I text my husband to tell him how depressed I was and my hair looks awful, and I was like, legit, I look like a K-pop boy band guy with long hair. And my husband's like, no, you don't. And I was like, yes, I do. You watch Squid Game. You know Squid Game? Have you guys been watching Squid Game? You know Thanos' sidekick? Okay, that like weird looking guy. Not the one, not the one that he was calling MG Coin, but like not the one that he was bullying, because he was bullying MG Coin, but Thanos' sidekick, the guy with like the long hair. He kind of looked old. I thought the guy looked like way too old to be having long hair. Legit, I felt like I had that dude's haircut. I was so upset. And my husband was like, babe, how much was the haircut? I was like, it was about $25. And he was like, well, your first mistake was going to Walmart. True. And you get what you pay for. And that is also true, because let me tell you, I know inflation and prices are rising and all that other stuff, but like legit, even like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you go to a legit salon, a legit stylist, I was paying $50, $100 for my hair, like to get it like cut in a style and whatever. So my husband was saying, well, you get what you pay for, which is true. But I am like so upset. I mean, I don't know, guys, tell me like your horror stories about haircuts and whatever, because I need to feel a little bit better. And this is just making me so depressed. I know people are going to be like, it's just hair, it grows back. Yeah, I get all of that. But it's like legit, while the hair is growing back, like you're just like, oh my God, you know, and that's what I feel right now. I don't feel attractive. I don't feel like I feel like I look much older. I don't feel like I look younger. And I definitely don't feel like this makes my hair looks thicker. I feel like this makes my hair look thinner. Like it makes my hair look thinner. It doesn't feel thicker. And like she fucked it up. I don't care what she says. I don't care how long she's been cutting hair. I don't care what she says she did. She did not give me layers. She thinned my fucking hair out. This shit is thin. It's thin and it's choppy. It's not even like, look at this shit. I know it's hard to tell because like my hair is black, so it's like really hard to tell, but it's like legit like all crazy fucking lengths. It's like, oh my God, I don't know, but guys, like just make me feel a little bit better by like just telling me like, you know, your bad haircut stories or whatever, because I'm just kind of like wallowing in my self-pity at this moment.